Picking the wrong lab tool can cost you days of frustration before you even configure your first router. Welcome to Lecture 2.9, where we cut through the noise around Packet Tracer, GNS3, and Eaving. 3 tools, 3 jobs, 1 decision, and by the end of this lecture, you'll know exactly which one fits where you are right now. Here's the core insight that makes this whole decision easier. Think of these tools like vehicles. You wouldn't ride a bicycle across a country, fly a cargo plane to the grocery store, or take a sports car off-road. Packet Tracer is your bicycle. Quick, easy, perfect for daily practice. GNS3 is your personal car. Real journeys with full features. And Eaving is the delivery truck, built for heavy loads and always running. Not better or worse, just different jobs. So how do you actually pick the right vehicle? It comes down to 3 quick questions. First, are you just learning a basic concept? If yes, Packet Tracer wins, fast and simple. If not, ask, do you need real iOS and you're studying solo? That's GNS3. Still no? Then you probably need shared access or multi-vendor support, and that's exactly where Eaving shines. 3 questions, and you're done. Let's zoom in on Packet Tracer first. Reach for it when you need speed. Learning subnetting, spinning up a quick VLAN test, or running a command just to see if it works. It's also perfect on a modest laptop, and the interface mirrors what you'll see on the CCNA exam. But don't ask it to do too much. Advanced features like MPLS or NetFlow aren't there, multi-vendor isn't an option, and once you climb past CCNA, you'll hit its ceiling fast. Now, when you outgrow that ceiling, GNS3 is where you go next. Think of it as real Cisco on your laptop. It runs actual iOS, so the syntax, the timing, the debug output, all of it behaves exactly like the gear in a production rack. This is your daily driver for advanced routing work. OSPF areas, BGP attributes, the full picture. Just know the trade-offs. It takes a couple minutes to spin up, it won't run on a tablet, and it needs at least 8 gigs of RAM to feel comfortable. For a quick 30-second check, stick with Packet Tracer. And then there's Eaving, which lives 1 tier above GNS3. This one runs on a server and opens in your browser, which means you can lab from your laptop at home, your phone on the bus, even a tablet in bed. Same topology, same session. Reach for it when you need true multi-vendor setups. Cisco, Juniper, Fortinet, Linux, all talking together. Or when you're climbing towards CCNP and CCIE. But skip it if you're just starting out, or you don't have a spare machine with 16 gigs of RAM. For a first VLAN, it's massive overkill. So let's put it to the test. 1 static route, Packet Tracer, 30 seconds, and you're done. Studying OSPF DR BDR for the exam. GNS3 because you need real timers and real debug output. Study group lab session. Eaving, everyone in the same browser. Watching ARP happen packet by packet. Packet Tracer's simulation mode. Nothing else does it. Cisco plus a firewall plus Linux. Eve NG, every time. 6 hours on a plane. GNS3, offline and full-featured. Same pattern every time. Match the tool to the job. Here's something most tutorials miss. You don't actually pick just one. Real engineers use all 3 in stages. Stage 1, Packet Tracer to explore. 10 to 30 minutes just to prove the concept works. Stage 2, GNS3 to validate against real iOS, an hour or 2. Stage 3, Eaving to scale it up and share with your team. Learning OSPF, sketch it in Packet Tracer, prove DR elections in GNS3, then build the full enterprise topology in Eaving. 3 tools, 1 learning journey. But for your CCNA journey specifically, let me cut through the noise. For 90% of students, Packet Tracer plus GNS3 is genuinely enough. Use Packet Tracer for the first 20% of labs, roughly lectures 1 through 15. Then shift to GNS3 for the heavy lifting, lectures 16 through 70. Skip Eving for now, unless you already have a lab server or you're heading straight into CCNP. Less distraction, more actual learning. Now, before you start, let me flag 4 traps I see students fall into. First, reaching for Eving every time. Even a 10-second test costs you 2 minutes of boot time, so just open Packet Tracer. Second, dismissing PT as beneath you. Senior engineers use it daily, and ego costs real time. Third, installing all 3 tools up front. Each one has its own learning curve, so add them as you actually need them. And fourth, rebuilding the same topology in every tool. Pick one per topic and move on. The meta rule is simple. Match your tool to your goal, not your ambition. So here's your turn. And notice, no clicking required. Take a moment to actually write down your strategy. Check your hardware, your typical study time, and your learning style. Then commit to a primary tool, probably GNS3, and a secondary one for quick tests, probably Packet Tracer. You'll know it worked when there's no more tool anxiety, just clarity, and you're finally ready to focus on CCNA itself. And here's the truth that ties everything together. The tool doesn't matter. The commands you type do. Whether you pick Packet Tracer, GNS3, or EVE-NG, the iOS skills you build are exactly the same, and that's what the exam tests. So pick your tool, stop second-guessing, and get typing. In Lecture 210, we'll put it all together by testing your full lab workflow end-to-end. See you there.